Welcome back to the Guardian podcast. It's your host, James.
And Max, the podcast where every episode we have a different adult take us little kids to an R-rated movie. This week's Guardian is Nick Holiday. He's an American art director, stylist, and graphic designer. He's best known for his work for Brockhampton and for his clothing brand Holiday.
He took us to see Jackass Best and Last, where Johnny Knoxville, Steve-O, and the rest of the gang return for some more outrageous and hilarious stunts.
We just got back from seeing Jackass, and we got Nick Holiday on the Zoom call here. How's it going, Nick?
It's going good, man. I'm happy to be here.
We're so glad we have you. We're
Yeah.
so glad to have you.
I'm
Um,
honored.
What do you guys think of Jackass Best and Last?
I think I'd rather hear your guys' opinion first, being that I have grown up with those movies. I've like I was your age, your guys' age, like when I think the second one came out. I went to the theaters to see that. Yeah, I think that I have my own opinions on it, but I'm more interested to hear what you guys think as your guys are like so much younger. And yeah, I think that'd be interesting.
you know, I feel I have a lot of thoughts and opinions about this Jackass. I mean, I've seen all of Jackass. I've seen all the TV show. I've watched CKY. I'm very into the whole Jackass world, and I think it's shaped a lot of my humor and stuff like that. And I find it's a very admirable and very inspiring movie. But this movie was great. But I just feel that they're old now. They're just older, and they can't take the slams that they could take when they were younger. So now they're resorting and doing a lot of gross stuff, which is not my cup of
Yeah,
tea.
yeah,
Gross stuff
yeah.
is not where it's at for me. James, what did you think?
Yeah, I thought the same thing as that. I guess it makes sense because, like, the only like hard hit in the movie I think was like when Johnny Knoxville got like ran over by a bull. But you know, once you're that age, for your health, it's probably not a good idea to keep getting, hit like really hard. So it makes sense, but I didn't really like all that like poop stuff. It just felt a bit weird, but for
Too
me,
much
like,
poop.
yeah, too much poop. Agreed. But
Um,
for me, I feel like I didn't really watch Jackass like when I was younger because like I wasn't really like allowed to like that much younger. But I think the first time I ever watched Jackass was last at the start of like last school year. I was at your house, Max, and then we watched I think the first one together. And that was the first time I'd ever watched it. I mean, I'd heard a lot about it. I'd seen clips and stuff, but that was the first time I'd ever watched it. And then after I watched the first one, I think I went home the day and I just watched all the next three of them, and yeah, so I really liked it. But yeah, I didn't really watch it when I was younger. It just I wasn't allowed to, but I love it. Yeah.
I Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, when I was younger, I wasn't really able to watch it, but then I think I like begged my mom to let me watch it. Like when it was still on TV, like this is like literally as it's airing, I remember watching it and it's funny because I was so young, I would have to call it like Jack Bad Word. I couldn't even say Jackass.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
mom was like, you can watch this, but you have to call it Jack Bad Word. I think after watching the movie, I was like, obviously I'm nostalgic, but that's like 90% of the time for me anyways, because that's my favorite emotion. But like I was nostalgic of all the memories that I've had with that and like movie show franchise, like that family that I've like idolized all these years. Which I think that the movie, I don't know how much power the movie really did. Like as far as that, like maybe it's just the fact of me going to a Jackass movie made me feel that. I did wish that if yeah, it leaned way a little too much poop for me.
Yeah.
But like it's a hard thing, it's probably really tough to like figure out the appropriate way to like close it out without making it too like sappy. But like I think I would have enjoyed almost a sappier like extended clips of things or like behind the scenes or like a documentary on how they even organized it. Like really, like I have so many questions that maybe that's a good thing that the movie did. It's like I have so many questions of how did they get everyone to set and how did they get everyone on board and was it like what were the things that we didn't see that like brought it all together? Like what was their team bonding and like what would they go to restaurants and stuff? And maybe with time and age, that kind of stuff maybe not be something that they want to show. Maybe that's the balance of it, because it is complicated. And as friends get older and groups, you know, um, just get older and like friends stop being friends maybe sometimes. But yeah, yeah, I want that, but I didn't get
Yeah.
that. But
I, I
yeah,
I agree with you. I think the documentary move would have been the way to go on this because I mean their story is very interesting. I mean they've inspired a whole like genre basically. And people have taken so much from them, and I kind of just want to know how they got here, and I'm sure a lot of people do too. I did feel at some points I felt a little bit cheated because at the beginning they did say that there was going to be a lot of stuff that we haven't seen and stuff,
yeah.
but it
I
really was just
Yeah.
from the movies.
I felt that
Yeah.
too. I was like even like all the scenes that I felt like the thing that's like frustrated me a little bit was that I know the cameras kept rolling, So it's
Yeah.
like I feel like there's so many moments when they brought those best clips back that they could have just showed us like the 30 seconds after the clip that we didn't see, Like they broke down, I
Yeah.
guess, like the Spike Jones, grandma skits, but even that, I'm like, I would love to just know like Spike's opinion on things and like how he went about balancing his career and Jackass. And maybe that's a hard thing to ask someone to do. And um yeah, I think it's it feels like blasphemy for me to say I don't love it with everything, because it's so
Yeah.
important to me. Like that whole world, like Johnny Knoxville, Lance Bang, Spike, Jeff Tremaine, Bam, like everything has literally shifted everything about my life. Um, and probably has been like the number one thing next to like certain bands that have stuck with me up until the age I am now. So it's like part of me is just like wants to lie and be like, it was the best thing ever. But like part of me
Yeah.
is also like, no, it could have been better, but maybe that's the calling of, what the movie is like make someone else has to make something better. But it
Mhm.
could have been a more sentimental thing, which I kind of want.
Yeah.
But then I also have I feel like they're always pretty cheeky with like releases. I feel like there's probably going to be something with a DVD package bonus thing that's like, okay, this is like
Yeah.
the only stuff from the new one was just the poop stuff, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there was like that one skit I think where they were playing that like puppet show and they were just like shooting them or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I agree though because obviously like the clips, like the old clips, like the Johnny Knoxville ones, like those are really fun. Like I was especially like that one at the start where like went and just like shot himself in the chest. Like I feel like
That was
that.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's crazy, but it's also like I feel like that's kind of important. It just kind of shows where it started because they weren't always getting launched off of rockets and stuff. It just takes, shooting yourself in the chest just for the thrill of it, where I guess that might have started it off because you can do so much crazy daredevil stuff that doesn't have to be on the big scale, like when he went down the stairs in that box and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That
I
stuff and
mean,
that stuff hurts.
Yeah,
that
it
stuff does
does.
hurt. My thing that I'm a little confused about is I'm really wondering who is like, who's there that's new, that's like almost saying everything's a good idea. Because even if you go look at the social media, it's like, dude, you guys like Jackass. I think this is like my issue with the things I love that I grew up with is that like I wish, and I feel this way towards not just Jackass, but like I feel this way towards a lot of bands I admire, like Fall Out Boy. Mike Kim's doing a pretty good job, Panic, but like I get so frustrated whenever someone comes in to like run their social media and they try to be like, no, but if you do it like this, the kids will love it. And I'm like, yo, like you don't realize these guys that like a Jackass and certain bands, whatever, they're already cool. Like just by existing. Like all you have to do is kind of just let them do their thing and just post it and like don't worry about these analytics because that's when it comes off like my generation sees something and is like meh, and your generation sees something and is like meh, because it's just like you got like it's trying to make something so appealing and like based on like performance versus like if their Instagram right now or TikTok, whatever the fuck, was just like the same format of how they, put clips where it's just like
Mhm.
title card and like
Yeah.
I'm Johnny Knoxville and this is our last move and like calm stuff and not doing too much, it would connect more. And if the movie wasn't so like they want to see you do stuff, come on. Like I don't know what the objective was for this. It felt really confusing. It felt like you guys are doing Botox as a stunt. Like is this
Yeah, I don't. That was just.
like
Yeah,
what? Like I feel like
yeah.
we were like if the cameras kept going for like maybe 2 hours, we maybe would have been like, I'm gonna file my taxes wrong this year.
Hmm.
And like that would have
Yeah,
been a bit that like they do
yeah,
it. And it's
yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
uh-oh, I filed the wrong taxes. Oh shit. Like,
yeah. Because
yo,
all of these.
it's
Yeah,
like if you
yeah,
can't do it, that's all right. Give
yeah,
us like just like I don't know, close it out. Care about the
yeah,
theatrics.
yeah. I mean,
And
because
again, I'm not saying this in a sense of like, don't go see it, because I think everyone should see it, because I think that their ideas and like their world they've built has been like, if you just, even if it's not your like cup of tea, it's so important to filmmaking. It's so important to art as a whole, where it's just like they just love their ideas and they did it, and that's it. I think that it could have been better, but I think that yeah, like I guess I don't really know what the objective was of this movie now I'm thinking of it. I'm like, was it a highlight reel? Like, not really.
Yeah.
yeah. I
It,
mean,
Like,
especially because I felt like a lot of the I mean, like when they were showing the skits, like when he was like the escaped convict and like the grandpa one, like though in those skits, like no one's getting hurt like physically. So like why couldn't they have just done more stuff like that in
yeah,
this one
exactly.
instead
I
of
mean, one
I
of
yeah,
my
mean, he is
favorite.
too famous now. He
Oh,
can't.
yeah,
That's
that
why.
is
Like,
true.
they're too
yeah,
famous. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, that's why there's like so much. Like, there's a lot of different categories of Jackass content that I love. And it is the Jackass is kind of like the perfect example of TikTok and Reels before, because like the format of the TV show and movie was just so like you go here, then here, then here. The storyline isn't really anything. It's big stunt, little stunt, funny skit, random thing. And it's kind of all over and it just flows really nicely. Like the fourth one flowed perfectly. Like they all flow great, just like put on if you're a fan. But I think that yeah, they could do some of the stuff. Maybe they didn't want to, and you can kind of feel it. So then it's like, then don't. And I wish whoever was on that team that's like, yo, let's just like make the last one like a documentary. If we're not gonna go for it, let's not let's not go for it. Let's just like give the people a beautiful closing and just call it a day. They're gonna be there regardless because you built this fan base and you built this family and cult like thing around
Mhm.
it, which is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they definitely should have. This one felt like a point 0.5 to me in a way. It
I
didn't
agree.
feel like a whole. It didn't feel like a whole movie. It was still entertaining. Like I'm not denying myself that I was laughing pretty hard in the movie.
Like maybe it's not the movie's fault, and maybe that's just like how we process media and things now. We're fed so much throughout the entire day. Like you see so much high action stuff that like maybe if this came out, but then I'm like, nah, because like shooting a rocket into the air is always cool and like
yeah,
Yeah, I think it's a question of yeah, if people are now too desensitized to like
Maybe,
content like that
but I never
Yeah.
because
liked the poop stuff. Like
Yeah,
no.
it's like
I really don't.
yeah.
Like I don't think that I've never that poop the poop stuff is just like I
Yeah, it's
we're
not it. It's just like
Yeah, and all they were using that one guy for was just to like have people like stick their face or fingers up his butt, and
I
I
didn't yeah,
don't
I was
yeah.
like I hated that. I was like,
Yeah, I was like,
dude,
what?
I'll
Like
say like me bringing Maya to that, I was like, damn, this is her first time seeing she had never seen anything Jackass before.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that
yeah.
was her first like introduction really to it. And I was definitely like, ooh, this is not, something you should bring like, your
Yeah.
girlfriend to, like that's a like especially if she doesn't know about it, like it definitely she's like, you like this? I'm like, it's hard to explain, you know?
Yeah.
She's like car ride home is definitely like, so that's that's the movie that changed your life? I'm like, it's complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely I don't think it should be your introduction to Jackass
Yeah.
at
No,
all.
no.
Um,
I mean, I hope it inspires people to be like, well, like, wow. But like, maybe go watch one and two, which number two is my favorite.
I haven't seen number two. I skipped over number two for some reason because someone told me they didn't like it, but then I realized everyone's saying that's their favorite one. I gotta see number two
Two
still.
is the best. Two is the funniest one. Two is great. Four, like, I mean, I like four. I thought it was cool. I think I don't like I like new characters. Like, I love Jasper. I think he's great. I like that addition. I love his dad in it too. Rachel's awesome, and Poopies. Like they're all cool. Like
Yeah.
I think the other guy's name is Zach. I think that that's
Yeah.
really cool to bring in new people, and I loved how they integrated them in four a lot. Like it was like you can tell they're new guys, but like same time, like they're not like replacing, which felt right. And yeah, four, I think I was into it a lot. I like the pacing.
Yeah, I like
Three was
four.
really fun because I remember that was in 3D and that was really cool. Like that was like whoa. And that was kind of like the last like you got all of the guys with like all of their energy and they really gave it that. One is really good too. You can just tell that they had a good idea and like it felt more like the TV show, just like boomed. But closing it out on this. Like I wish they would just give me all the footage and just let me and my friend Jimmy Regular like just make make like the
Yeah.
fan closeout.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I'm like, I don't get why they don't tap in with more people that like love the show, you know? Like I feel like
Yeah.
there's so many people and artists, not just like trying to make it about myself, but I'm like I literally have scars on me because I recreated a Johnny Knoxville, magazine cover.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I remember it's definitely I remember watching Jackass with James and then just trying to whip each other as hard as we can with a belt. I
Oh
remember is
yeah,
what
yeah,
we
yeah.
did. And
Yeah,
And
I
then
remember
go.
we still have that video somewhere.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember so the night before it was our first sleepover together because this we had just known each other for like a couple months, and then he was showing me Jackass, I think, and then the morning after, like probably 20 minutes before my dad was gonna pick me up, we just decided to see we just did like the belt game where we went from like 10% up to 100%, just like whipping each other in like the leg as hard as we could.
but it was inspiring and it felt fun. It wasn't just we
Yeah,
weren't just
It
doing it
yeah,
is
because it
fun.
hurt. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
yeah,
I mean, the movies are great because they inspire for different things. Like I watched those movies as a kid that like obviously would inspire me and like my one friend I watched those movies with to like go do something dumb and get hurt. Like go jump off a roof into a bush. And like
yeah,
CKY came before that too, which I have so many memories attached to, you know. But I think what's awesome about those movies is it like for me, obviously it inspired me to do dumb stuff, but like those movies really pushed me to want to just do things with my friends, whether it was dumb, smart, planned out, filmed, not filmed. Like just have friends that are down to be around and like do something. I think that that's what those movies really represent to me is friendship. And I that's what is so beautiful to me because it's like the way to explain it, it's like Maya hadn't seen that any of that before. So she was watching some of the scenes and she was like from the past movies, like the hand when it comes in and slaps like Bam down,
Mhm.
which is hilarious. And that's in like Hall of Fame of like skits is the big hand. And she saw that and she was like, that's mean. And I'm like, it's not mean because they're all aware and like this is like their idea of fun. It's not picking on necessarily anyone because it's everyone. And all of these guys are just going for this mission of let's film something funny, let's have fun and do this. And
Yeah.
I can I salute the fact that they tried with this one, with the last one, because that's not easy to do. They've got so many concussions and are so like getting older and they're dealing with publicists and people using those words like analytics and all this. And I'm like, yo, yeah, I wish no one said that to them and they just got to do what they wanted. Not to say they didn't, but as like a fan, I'm like, you guys are just I think with anything that's older, they just need to constantly be reminded that they're the shit,
Mm.
and not the poop. No, no. Like that they're cool as fuck and that everything they do is like awesome and they don't have to bend a certain way to try and achieve a certain level of legacy. They're already there. Yeah.
I think it boils down to in this movie at least. Like when you're watching 1 through 4, it makes you want to, like you said, jump off a roof and land in a tree. But when watching Best and Last, it doesn't make me want to take laxatives and like
No,
do
Yeah. I mean, I don't
no, I don't
think,
want to
yeah,
go get
that's
a
just
prostate
disgusting.
exam. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's no thrill in that. Like the whole point is like when you're like getting whipped by a belt, like at least there's kind of like the anticipation or like jumping into like a lake. There's at least a little adrenaline. But with these skits, I feel like I don't even know. I'm really confused about the Botox skit because that was just weird.
Yeah, that didn't like nothing even happened.
yeah, it
And that
wasn't
it didn't seem to be painful,
it.
like
I mean,
that
it would have been
painful.
something if they did the Botox thing. I mean, it would have been insane if they did like the Botox thing while connected to the thing that makes their hand shake or something. That would have been like at
Yeah,
least
but
something. I mean, that would have been
Yeah,
really
that
dangerous,
like
but
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit didn't even make that much sense to me. I'm like, wait, so this is
Let's
like
see.
nerves jumping? Like
Mhm.
what?
Yeah.
Is it just like it's not lack of ideas? I think it's just like maybe it is like I don't know. I mean, they've been doing it for so long that it's like and they're so iconic and like Johnny Knoxville is literally iconic as fuck. So is Jeff Tremaine. Like they're all great and like geniuses, but it's just like maybe it's a good I don't know. Yeah, the Botox thing wasn't that
Yeah, it was
it
weird.
literally happened and then I was like so
Okay,
like
yeah.
we just watched someone get Botox like
It's like a
don't
YouTube video or something. It
And
wasn't like
they said that they were going to be like, "Oh, we're not giving you painkillers, so it's going to hurt super bad." And then he was just kind of laughing during
yeah, but
it.
that's not fun to
So
watch. I don't care if
it's
it hurts
not,
no.
super
yeah,
bad on the inside. I want to, if as a
yeah. I don't
viewer,
want to
see it
see,
hurt really
yeah,
bad on the outside. It's
Yeah.
yeah. At least have it hurt or else. I mean, I just don't. I was also a little confused during this movie because I feel like, like half of the cast was like barely in like any of it, like. In the skits, like especially, I feel like it was like obviously like Johnny Knoxville and stuff or any of them, but yeah, there was like I think like Jasper and then some of the other people like I don't there maybe were in like one skit, but they were barely in anything in this one.
Yeah, I mean the cast has gotten a bit lower, Like I guess and I don't know too much about it all, but I would assume just some of the guys probably don't want to do it. But yeah, I don't know. It felt different. It just didn't feel like but maybe it's like they should have just called it the best, and like not said it's the last. But I'm
Yeah,
also curious, I haven't looked what anyone else has been saying about it.
no, me neither, actually. I
yeah,
feel, yeah, I
Like,
haven't looked
like
either.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Hold on.
yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 92 Interesting.
Dang.
Yeah.
Letterbox has it
Metacritic
has a 3.6 on Letterbox.
and
I guess.
63 out of 100 on Metacritic.
During this movie, there were obviously a lot of uncomfortable moments, especially to watch with a guardian. Um, Particularly when Chris Pontius did the long jump naked and was making
Ah,
sounds with his penis by
yeah, that's
shaking it
crazy.
from thigh to thigh. Have you? But our question to you, that was definitely an awkward guardian moment for us. Did you have any awkward moments going to the movies with your parents or anyone else as a kid, being like, "Oh, I probably shouldn't have gone to this with my parents."
Like in general?
In general, it doesn't even have to be a movie, just like watching something and being like, "Oh, this is not, I probably shouldn't have watched this with my parents."
That's such a fun question. Oh man, that is so awesome. Oh, I saw Bruno, not Borat, but Bruno. Have you guys
Oh,
heard of that?
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
course. I also watched Bruno with my parents. Pretty awkward one.
I watched that. And I remember that felt really, really awkward, and I wasn't into that. Like I was like, this is just, I picked the wrong movie. I also, dude, it's not even awkward. I remember watching, for some reason, I watched Requiem for a Dream with my
Oh
mom.
yeah, yeah. Me, I
And
watched
that
that with
wasn't
my dad.
awkward. That's just fucking depressing. That
Yeah,
was just like
I watched that with my dad, and that one will. Well, he went to sleep like at the last 20 minutes, which is probably a good thing. But then he well, for me at least, because I didn't have to. Well, because at the end it gets a little weird in those last scenes.
a lot of
But
weird.
then yeah,
Whole
but then
lot
he
of
was
weird.
finished. But then I remember I was waking up the next morning and he was finishing it, and really didn't want to go like out to the kitchen because I knew my mom would not be happy that he watched that with me. I mean, I did like the movie, but it was I genuinely just saw it like on my watch list, and I was like, oh sure, let's pick this, and it was like the worst choice possible because it was
Yeah.
just so depressing. I mean, I
I
still like the
mean,
movie, but yeah.
you know, I think as a kid, I was so I watched a lot by myself or like with my sister, luckily, because she was 4 years older than me. So if I really wanted to see something, which obviously there was like awkward stuff, but I think one of them that stands out the most was like I would watch movies by myself a good amount. Like I if it was like rated R, I would probably wait for it to go on like pay-per-view or like something and then like get it, watch it, or like rent it because like the movie store that was yeah, literally this is clocking my age, but like when I was growing up there was a movie store down the street from my mom's apartment called Movie Nut, and I would walk down there like after school every day, and it's just a bunch of DVDs, like Blockbuster, but it was like locally owned, and the dude that worked there was cool, and he'd let me rent R-rated movies and stuff when I was like your guys' age. I was maybe even younger. Like I would bike, I couldn't drive, nothing. But I remember one of them when I was really, really young was Butterfly Effect. And that movie still is like one of my all-time favorites. But I remember I had snuck and watched that movie by myself because I was just so like, this movie looks crazy. I want to see this. Like Ashton Kutcher's cool. The colors look cool. The style looks cool. I watched it and it scared the shit out of me. Like I was so scared. Like I regretted watching it as a kid because I was scared. I'm like, oh, this was a bad idea. I'm terrified now. Finished the movie, but I was like, cool, that was great. I'm terrified. Whatever. Never want to see that again. Slept with like the lights on for like probably a week after that. But it got awkward because I remember I was like I was just hanging out at home and mom's like, hey, you want to watch a movie with me? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I was like, what do you want to watch? She's like, well, I want to watch this movie called The Butterfly Effect. I think you're old enough if you watch it with me. And I was like, ah, all right, I'm down. And so I had to go back into this movie that scared the shit out of me and act like I didn't know what was about to happen. Like I remember there's like I don't know if you guys have seen it, so I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's like certain scenes that are really, really intense. And like before it would happen, I just remember being there and like putting like the blanket over my head and she's what are you what? Nothing's happening. And then so I was just like, did you know something? And I'm like, no, I just had like a feeling about that, and
Yeah.
like had to go the whole time just acting like I wasn't scared shitless.
Yeah.
I don't know if she knows that, but yeah, I
Uh,
don't can't get in trouble for it. No.
Yeah, I
yeah.
want to watch. I didn't know that movie was that scary. Now
It's
I don't know
it
if I want to watch it.
it's cool, man. I mean, like I like that movie. It's like psychologically scary,
Mhm.
but visually it's so cool. Um, and storyline, I love that. I like that movie. I highly recommend if you're into like kind of. I like horror movies. Like Funny Games is one of my favorites, but
Oh, well, that one's also that one's pretty intense too.
pretty
Very intense.
very intense. I don't like the original. I like the remake.
Mm.
Um,
Wait, which one's the original versus are they both not in English? Wait, what?
they're
It's
both, dude, it's crazy. The remake is this also the same director.
Oh, it is. Okay,
Yeah.
wait.
Like shot like scene for scene. That's why that movie's so crazy.
Dude, that's cool. Wait, so wait, which
Yeah,
one's when so the 2007 remake I'm just looking
Yes.
at it right now. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
cool.
I haven't seen it, but
mhm.
I have to see it. I know that it's very intense. I asked to watch it with my dad, and my dad said we have to wait a little bit for that
Really?
one. No, that was a while ago though. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure I can
okay.
watch it now.
I think you got it
No,
now. I think.
I asked that when I
I
was
don't
like
know
10.
though. Yeah, I don't know
I
when I
mean,
watched it. That movie's intense. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I love that movie though. Like again, stylistically is pretty fucking crazy. But Butterfly Effect's a little not as intense and like gruesome in a sense as like Funny Games, but psychologically it's pretty wild. And I liked movies like that, and for some reason those two have always stuck out as like some of my favorite like psychological ones,
yeah. Hmm.
you know?
I mean, I guess
Yeah.
when like picking movies to like watch with my dad or my parents, I always have to be kind of strategic and like research a bit before because I don't really like having those awkward moments where I have to like look away. So, I
Mm.
mean, it's happened a couple times like before, but I'd rather just have like have a more comfortable experience just because I mean I know that like nothing's gonna happen, but it's just so uncomfortable.
I
But
mean, I felt pretty uncomfortable watching Jackass with Maya. The first scene is he's getting a fucking prostate
yeah,
exam with peanut butter going up his ass. I was like,
yeah.
man, like
I
couldn't couldn't have been something cooler.
let me see. Do you remember? I know this is asking to go far back, but do you remember one of the first
Not
R-rated?
that old, dude.
No, I didn't mean that. I said it, and oh
Yo,
my God,
hey, can you think back to when you were 15, Unc? God damn.
I actually said it, and I was like, oh, this doesn't sound right at all. I meant
I don't want to have to make you think too much.
do you remember one of the first R-rated movies that you watched? Do you like going that far back? Do you remember one of the first
Yes.
ones that's like, oh, you do? Okay, let's see.
Yes. Okay, so Austin Powers was like the first PG-13 movie I got to see. That was like I remember going to school and telling my friends that I got to watch that. And I remember telling my sister's friends I got to watch it and they were all like, "Whoa." And that was really that was
Yeah.
a big moment. And then I think the first like R-rated movie, I gotta make sure this movie was R though.
I do have to say, I mean the ratings back
Yeah,
way
they
back
matter.
then.
I
Not
know.
They were different. Well, I remember like because some like PG movies like Airplane would be like, much like
Well,
R today.
that's
Yeah.
funny you bring up Airplane because have you guys heard of this movie Soul Plane?
no, what is
No. What's
that?
that?
Okay, it's this crazy movie. It's like Kevin Hart, Snoop Dogg. Like,
What?
yeah, it's
Wait.
wild. I think that was one of the first R-rated movies I got to see in theaters. My dad took me to see that. I don't even know if people even know about that movie like
Oh,
that.
no, I've heard about this before. I've heard about this.
Oh,
This is like
musical.
because
No, 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 no. It's not a musical.
it's Sophia Vergara is and I've
He's in
seen.
it. There's a lot of people in it.
I mean that is such a okay. Snoop Dogg is
It
okay.
has a 16% on Rotten Tomatoes. I
Mhm.
mean, Jackass might be one of the first R-rated movies I got to see too, you know? Like
I mean it
Jackass.
is.
I mean, I guess like when you're young, like when I remember like probably anytime before I was like 10 years old, like the ratings were like so important. Like I did if a movie wasn't PG-13, like I was not gonna watch it. And like I just wanted to watch like a rated R movie so bad, but I don't
I mean,
know. Yeah, I used to be like think it was cool, like the higher the rating.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I did too. I'm trying to think because like I remember, yeah, PG that I haven't thought about ratings in a minute. I mean, even the fact seeing them like stop you guys when walking into the theater when you guys were like,
Yeah.
no, we're
Yeah.
with them. They're like,
I,
oh, I'm like, whoa, that still exists. I forgot. And that's why I guess I'm like, yeah, Soul Plane was probably one of the first R-rated movies I got to see in theaters. That was 2004. I thought Johnson Family Vacation was R-rated, but that's PG-13. But PG-13 was also a thing. I remember that like I couldn't watch that stuff either. But I guess I kind of could. My mom was always super down to let me watch PG-13 and like my sister would show me stuff too and like how old like there's also NC-17.
Yeah.
oh yeah, I think I remember my first NC-17 movie. That
What does
one
that even
was,
mean?
that
What was
means,
that?
okay, so, okay,
No
so,
consumption under 17,
yeah,
which
so
means in the
rated
movie theater,
R,
yeah, it's like no rated R is if you're under the age of 17, you need to be with a guardian over 21. But then NC-17 is they won't let anyone under 17 into the theater.
into yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, into the
Oh
theater.
wow.
And then, but that's not really, it's because
It's
they're,
not
it for,
real, but
no, but if you're going to, I'm pretty sure if you're going to see the movie when it's coming out, then that applies. But if you're seeing it in a
yeah,
revival theater, then it doesn't apply anymore. But,
yeah.
and then there's
I
X,
also
right? That's like 18.
revival theaters, I think, don't. I've never been stopped at a revival theater. They don't really. They're not as strict as like an
No,
AMC.
I'm telling you, me and my friend who are definitely under 18 went to go see Pink Flamingos, and they didn't even bat an
Yeah,
eye.
yeah. They. I feel like the revival theaters, like Vidiots and Brain Dead, they don't really care that much. But I guess it
I,
kind of makes sense for like the AMC because they're
Like if
they
it
could get in
comes out and
trouble.
yeah, if it like the movie comes out and they say it's NC-17, is
yeah.
that what you're
Did
saying?
did
I feel like
you
movies don't come out that are NC-17 anymore. I
no.
mean,
Did
yeah,
did you ever get stopped as a kid trying to get into a movie? Or
Mm,
did you sneak into movies at all?
I definitely would try to sneak in. I mean, dude, when I was 16, like one of my first jobs was working at a movie theater. So I would always sneak into like movies, like
mhm.
whether it was on, like that was probably one of my like prime. I think like I've seen so many movies and I actually really enjoy watching movies. Which I never talk about it because like the movies I like are pretty stupid, you know? But it definitely started from like that early day me like having a job and like at the theater, like ripping tickets and then going to clean up theaters. But I would just always take my breaks or like get there like mad early before a shift or stay mad late and just like watch all movies. Like I would just stay and just like jump theater to theater. As a kid, I mean, when I was like, I don't know, because when I was like super young, I was living in Moberly, which is like it's really small town that's in Missouri. It's like a farm town, and it's kind of like you can't really do that because like everyone knows everybody. Like that's a town that like everyone knows everybody. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
My
you know what I
my
mean? So it's like
yeah. Mhm.
if I go to do and I was at an age that it wouldn't even make sense. I think I probably snuck into like The Hangover maybe or like some other stuff, but I don't know why that always seemed like something I was kind of afraid of like sneaking in. But also I guess
Well,
I never really needed to because I always had my sister and she would always take me to stuff I wanted to see it. She was always
Yeah.
down and she was
Mhm.
4 years older, so like it always worked out whenever I got to that age of like I want to see this. You're like I'm 14, you're 18. Can you take me to this movie? And she'd be like, yeah,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
is there a movie that your sister introduced you to that you remember being like kind of, I mean, there's a lot of moments that an older sibling is responsible for, an older cousin,
Yeah.
like showing you like that car video that jump scares you at
Oh,
the
she
end.
scared the shit out of me with that. Yeah,
Really? Yeah.
she fucked my shit up with that. And I guarantee if she's watched this, she'll know exactly what happened. She showed me that and I cried so much and ran out the apartment. I'm literally she fucked my shit up with that. Like, yes, she showed me
That
that. She also, I mean, me and her have a funny relationship with movies. I remember she took me to go see Lord of the Rings in theaters, and I was pretty young, and I was already kind of nervous because like it looked scary. And like during the trailers of Lord of the Rings, like while we're in the theater, like something for the Terminator came on, and I just started crying and I couldn't stop. And so she had to like take me out of the theater, and then we went to go see like the Wild Thornberrys movie. But she makes sure to remind me of that every time I see her. I'm trying to think of
Yeah.
movies she showed me. Dude, she would show me a lot of stand up, honestly. Like she put me on to like Dane Cook and like comedy like that, like even Dave Chappelle a little bit and like Cat Williams. Like she was really she like showed me a lot of stand up. I remember vividly like going to her room like if she was ever at her friend's house and like going through her movies and like Dane Cook like I think it was called like The Vicious Circle or something like that. I don't know. It was some stand up he did. I just remember watching that and thinking it was awesome. Which is probably why it probably helped like mold my like opinions on comedy as a whole. I'm trying to think of other movies that she might have shown me. Mm, yeah, I mean, Dan Cook, Lord of the Rings,
yeah, I mean I'm
Mean Girls,
oh
like
yeah.
shit like that too. Even like
Yeah. Mhm.
going to see that with her, being like but then being like, oh, this is actually awesome.
Yeah. Are there
Um,
any movies that you'd say like really like inspire? I mean, I know you already kind of talked about like Jackass and that stuff, but is there like any one movie that you remember that had like a very big impact on you, like fashion wise or just in general?
I mean, Alpha Dog, I don't know if you guys have seen that. That movie has like Justin Timberlake in it. It's a pretty intense movie. I
Mhm.
remember the style in it. I liked how everyone dressed a lot, and I still kind of reference that as like one of my favorites. I like that a lot. Jackass definitely helped mold my style and like opinions on fashion and clothes and like what's cool, but that's also like interesting conversation to like do skate videos count as movies? Because like if that's the case, then like
Yeah,
Baker 3, Baker
Yeah.
3 was like that like movie like changed the way I viewed so much. I don't know if you guys are familiar with like Baker 3,
of
but that was
course. Of
Yeah.
course.
yeah, that I mean that shit was so cool. Baker 3 when that came out, like there was a skate shop in St. Louis called Soka I would go to as a kid and I would like get stuff because I skated as a kid. And when Baker 3 came out, it just felt like this thing that I was like, I got to get my hands on it. And like, I know my mom won't let me watch this because this is worse than like Grand Theft Auto. And I've heard crazy things. And like, it came to like the skate shop and like, I got it and I had to watch it all secretively. And yeah, I just remember seeing that and being like, whoa, like you guys all look cool and are doing like crazy things. Like this is actually insane. This is what it's like to like fully um live in this idea of like free will and
Yeah.
just do whatever. So like
Yeah.
that changed like my perspective of like what you can and can't do on like video, but also what you can and can't do in life. I think Baker 3 was one of those things. I also think that I think Superbad was one of those movies that like
Yeah. Yeah.
really was like eye-opening to me. Like it just was so fun and just so like that's hilarious. What is it? Palo Alto was cool.
Yeah.
Social Network, I love
Yeah.
stylistically.
How do you think the Zuckerberg thing? Do you see the trailer for that? The new
No, I haven't
one?
watched it yet. No.
Oh
There's
no.
a new Mark Zuckerberg thing coming out.
A documentary or is
Oh, I
it?
think
No,
I've seen
no, it's a
ads for
movie.
that. I
It's a
think I've seen
movie. It's
ads.
starring Jeremy Strong, and there people are
Huh.
saying he looks uncannily like Mark
Hmm.
Zuckerberg for some reason. But
I think they love I
Dang.
love when like that's the thing they take away because it's like no shit. Like they
Yeah.
dressed him up like him, like duh.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what, you're gonna get someone to not look like the person they're
Yeah.
playing? He looks just like him. I'm like, isn't that what he's supposed to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I saw people talking about that about the Anthony Bourdain documentary, being like he
Oh
looks
yeah.
exactly like him, but like, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
but I guess like alternative is like you get that one movie where that dude had like the CGI monkey playing him. Did
oh
you get
yeah,
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't remember
what was
what it's
that?
called.
Born.
Uh,
Yeah. The
uh,
yeah.
CGI
Terrible
Monkey.
idea. That's just terrible idea.
Yeah.
Uh,
Why?
I didn't. I never saw it. Oh, did you think?
What's
Did you
it? It's
watch it?
called. Is
I
that
didn't
Better
see it.
Man?
What's
I
it
didn't
Is
called?
see
that like
that.
the Better
Better
Man?
Man. Better Man. Yeah, that's what it is. I
People
didn't
liked
see.
it. People
People
did
did.
like it, but I don't. I do not understand it. Like what?
Oh,
Why?
you know what movie as a kid I watched that really shaped the way I dress and like really got into is this movie called Grind. Have you guys seen this?
Grind.
No.
Let me see.
Grind. No.
This is like there's only my friend Shane
Oh,
and
Adam
his brother,
Brody.
his friend. So Shane and his brother Jeremy are like the only two people, and Shane runs Alice Studios and Jeremy runs Guardian Angel. But they
Mhm.
are like the only two other people that I'm friends with that like also really know this movie. And like I watched this movie in St. Louis as a kid. It didn't even have a big release. I don't even know how I watched it, where I watched it, or what, but I just was obsessed with this like movie, man. Like it was so cool. It was funny. Like the way they dress in that is literally still how I dress today. Like it's skater core. It felt
Isn't
like
Bam
when
in it
everyone was
too?
like, yeah, Bam's in it,
Yeah, yeah. I'm
which
looking
is
at it.
crazy. And it's like
Oh,
I
and
just
Wee Man. Wee Man's also
yeah,
in it
dude. I
too.
mean,
Oh really?
it had the real like heads in it that needed to be in it for the year it was, but also it's like I remember when like mid '90s came out, which like whatever about, but when that came out, like this is the first movie about like skating. I'm like, yo, like grind was like a thing that like kind of got underswept, and they are working on a second one right now, apparently.
Oh, no
Um,
way.
Oh
which
wow.
I don't know what that's all about, but I do know that that first movie, Grind, like,
8% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's
bro,
it.
it's a good movie though. It's
No, no,
actually
no.
good.
When you see it that low, it's good. When
Yeah,
you
yeah.
see it,
It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's
like
yeah.
yeah.
there's
The
a
worst
sweet
movies are at
spot.
like the 50% range are like the worst, the worst.
And then when they
They
get down real low, that's when they're good, actually. They get good
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
It's good. I mean, that movie has like deep lore and it's like the right people know about it. It's funny because in the store, I think I don't know if it's on display right now, but we had the Grind soundtrack like in the front display where we have all of our CDs. And I think Tyler came by one day and he saw that CD and he was like, "Oh, there's some like good songs on that." And I was surprised that he even like knew about that movie, even though he's like a movie. I feel like he sees everything, but like that that shocked me a little bit because I was like, wow, like yeah, this movie is like so important to people that are like, which I guess when I think about it, it does make perfect sense that he knows about the movie, but like
Wait, which Tyler is this? Is this
the creator,
the
yeah,
creator? Okay,
yeah, yeah,
whoa.
yeah.
Okay.
The big one.
Mhm.
The big
The big
Tyler.
one,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, big name drop,
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Um, yeah, we'll add in some horn sound effects to that
Yeah,
one.
He came to
yeah.
the store one time, has not been back. I'm just kidding.
That's a
Um,
clip.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
uh,
It was awesome.
yeah. I mean, we were talking a lot about also Spike Jones. Are you a big Yeah Right fan? Do
I
you like
love, yeah, right. I mean, I love Spike Jones so much too. I think that his music videos, like if I ever direct a video, I because it's funny, I've tried to direct like I think I've directed three music videos now, like fully,
Mhm.
none of which have ever came out.
I mean,
Like,
I recently bought the pack with that has all of his music videos along with
yeah, I have
Michelle
that too.
Gondry.
I have that too. Yeah, I think that his videos are so good. His movies are great. Like her
Her's
beautiful movie.
fantastic.
I love the
Yeah,
music video with Christopher Walken flying around. I
Oh
mean, that video
yeah.
is so cool.
yeah.
And it's funny because for this one video, I'll see if I can find like the edit and I'll send it to you guys if I find it.
Yeah,
But
please
I
do.
directed this video for this artist and like I was thinking very Spike Jones and like I actually got the original Dick Van Dyke set. Like I don't know if you guys know who Dick Van Dyke
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Of
Uh-huh.
I
course.
got his set like at the lot Like we
Whoa.
got them to like bring it out and reset it back up. So it was like fully built out, like all like the actual walls and everything. It was really cool. And like that was just an idea I had, and like the video had a different concept with it. And this video took like days and months of prep. It's a bummer it didn't come out. But everything happens for a reason. But it's funny because I was thinking about Spike so much while I was like working on this video, doing the treatments, getting the coloring before, like everything pre-production. And then like the day or two before filming, Spike put out his video with Dick Van Dyke for Coldplay. Like Coldplay had this song, and then the whole video is just Spike filming
Oh
Dick Van
yeah.
Dyke. And I just
Mhm.
remember being so like confused and shocked because I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I remember this. I saw this music
yeah.
video. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, all
yeah.
my love. Yeah,
Oh my, yeah, yeah, the one
Hmm.
with the
Yeah,
yeah, I remember seeing that. Damn,
bro. I
maybe.
know.
Hey, you know what?
yeah,
Rick Rubin says, like all the ideas are in the ether. So maybe you just
Facts,
plucked
dude.
it.
I mean, it
yeah,
was so cool because I was like, for my video that didn't happen, I pulled something from the past from Dick Van Dyke. And then for Spike, and I was inspired by Spike. And then for Spike's video that came out before mine, even though mine was never meant to come out, I guess, he did it directly with Dick Van Dyke. And I was just like, and I've only met Spike maybe once or twice, and he's so cool. But
yeah,
um, he's literally the pioneer of like balance when it comes to like being
yeah.
able to like perform at the highest level with like certain things, but then also sticking to your roots. I think that Spike
Mhm.
Jones is so important.
Exactly. I mean, that's
Yeah,
you can really see that. Like he can direct. Uh, he didn't. What he did that one Notorious B.I.G. music video. I can't
yeah.
remember.
Sky's the limit or something like
Yeah,
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Sky's the
Yeah,
limit,
yeah,
and that's
yeah,
like big. Or his golf music video too, where the guy's golfing. Those are big production music
yeah,
videos, and
yeah.
then
And he
you
did like
have
"Sabotage" by the Beastie
yeah,
Boys. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And
yeah.
but
All the
and
big
then you
ones.
have like music videos like "What's Up, Fat Lip" that are just like the
Yeah.
most simple
Yeah,
that you can
uh-huh.
get. Like he really is very diverse with what
Yeah,
he can do, and I
and,
I
find
yeah,
that
mean,
and
so
he
he's
went
and
impressive.
from
he's
Her to
directing like
Jackass, you know?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's directing like all these great movies like adaptation stuff. So
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
he's
the
so
I
best.
still never
versatile.
seen adaptation in full. I've never
Oh,
finished it.
you gotta
It's
see it.
you
It's
got it. It's
great.
amazing.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Have you
know.
seen
I
Being
gotta
John
watch it.
Malkovich?
Couldn't finish that either.
I mean, I like adaptation more, but yeah, I feel like adaptation. I
I
really
got a
like that
weird
one.
thing. I got a weird thing. If I turn a movie on, if within the first like 10 minutes I'm not feeling it, I just check out immediately. If
Yeah,
I'm watching
it's
at
slow.
home. If I'm
Yeah,
watching at
yeah,
home and I like turn it on and like within the first like I'm pretty brutal with it. If it's like 5 to 10 minutes and I'm like I don't feel it, I'm like nah. And then I just
yeah.
nope.
They gotta
No
Yeah, I
get.
movie.
get that one starts out a little slow, but I guess sometimes I just feel like I have to stick it out even when I'm pretty bored. That like sometimes I have to like when I'm watching a movie, I just have to like put my phone in the other room because like I'm always tempted to get on it when it gets really
So
boring.
real. So
Yeah.
real. Yeah, I need to start doing that too. I
I
need to
know.
like that's my favorite thing to do is to just like try to actually watch something.
I know
Yeah.
that's why the
To
theaters are so great because you
yeah.
are forced not to get on your phone.
I
I
will
th
say
Hmm.
documentaries have been my new thing that I really like a lot. Like I can really watch documentaries like at home and like put my phone down and be like not even like I have to try to put my phone down. Like I can set my phone next to me and I can feel it or see it go off and I'm like I don't like I want to watch this and I'm
what
like I
Hmm.
what's
like
something what's a documentary you've been watching?
I love the Chevy Chase one. I thought that one was so fucking cool.
Hmm.
I thought it was super sick. I
I
think that
watched that per your recommendation and it's great. It is great.
dude, it's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
good. It's like
fantastic.
it helps. It not even helps. It just like paints. It literally like I would only view Chevy Chase as someone that like I grew up like my like family thinking is hilarious and was like above my age, but I was like, you're a funny guy, cool. Like you're funny and like look cool, cool.
Hmm.
And like I love Christmas Vacation and all of that. And then I kind of like checked out during the whole like community aspect of it because I never really watched that show. But I've never even seen an episode. So I kind of missed the whole like people not liking him thing.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
I
and then
mean,
people stopped liking him and I was kind of like, whoa. Like what?
Yeah.
I'm like, but then again, I'm like, I don't really have a horse in the race. Like I don't have to like be like, what happened? I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
right. But then this came out, and I was like, I guess I don't really know a lot about him. And so I
Yeah.
watched it, no, thinking like that name has been in my brain since I was a kid. Like he's got to be him. Not that he's got to be important, but I'm like, let me understand. And I think that that was a beautifully shot, edited, everything story about uh someone that's existed in the public eye for that many years. I think that's a hard thing to do, and I think that
Yeah.
I I think to tie that with Jackass, I wish that that would have felt like that, where it's like, what did that feel like being the Jackass guys, and like maybe breaking
Yeah.
that down could have been beautiful, you know.
Hmm.
I like the Chevy Chase doc so much, so I think it was just
Yeah. I should watch it.
Yeah.
it's
I
cool.
mean, I guess there is kind of like between like well, like Christmas Vacation and stuff, and then like Community. Like I don't really know like anything else he's really in. But also, I guess I'm much younger,
I mean,
so
he's in this movie called Caddyshack, and that was like a classic for me growing up. That
Yeah.
like had like Rodney Dangerfield, or whatever, however you say his name.
Yeah, Rodney
He was
yeah,
in,
Dangerfield.
he was in that. He was. I mean, there's Christmas Vacation. There's
He's in the
European
Three
yeah,
Vacation.
Amigos.
There's Vegas Vacation. Like, there's like multiple vacations, and they're all hilarious.
yeah. They are.
Um, I mean, I like that, and he's Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
big
yeah, yeah,
SNL. He's like
Like
the
he is Saturday Night Live.
yeah.
He's kind of
yeah.
like what made it like not just like because he was like handsome and like cool and like that was kind of like different like for that genre at the time. And I think that that's like a really interesting thing. Like how do you balance that? And they did a really good
Yeah,
job. I like that
yeah.
documentary. And then last night or 2 nights ago, I watched the LA Apparel documentary.
Oh, very.
Mm.
I know that talking about awkward
It's
driving through LA. Those are pretty awkward in the
Yeah, yeah.
car.
Those are pretty
talk
awkward in
about
the
awkward.
car.
They make all of our hoodies. So, you know.
Oh. I just meant driving through LA. They got those big billboards of just women in
Those
bras.
are awkward. I mean,
Yeah,
That's what
those
I'm talking
are
about.
awkward.
I can't even like talk on it too much, but yeah, I can't even like talk on
LA. Hey, I'm just saying LA
Yeah,
apparel.
yeah,
There's some kids out there who have parents in the car with them.
yo,
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel it, man. They push the fucking boundaries with the
No,
ads. I
it's
mean,
sick though. It's
yeah.
sick. It's
I mean, it's
sick.
cool, but
it's
yeah,
cool, but
I
dude, I
was
mean,
at the
sometimes
same.
I'm like going on their site to like place some orders, and I'm like, I open my laptop and I'm with clients, and like the ads on, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Yo,
Yeah,
I'm like, no, it's not. It's this is.
I'm not in the mood
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
right
yeah,
for
like,
this.
dog,
yeah.
it's where you get hoodies from,
Yeah, it's
man.
a
Yeah.
normal brand.
Yeah.
I watched that documentary though, and you know, that
I
was,
gotta watch that.
Yeah, we gotta watch that.
They
I
take
mean,
a
that's a little more on like the anti side of it all. You know, they're not big fans of them. So, but I wanted to see
oh
what, yeah, it's kind of like canceling them. It's like the downfall
well
of it. But I mean, I wanted to, I like watching stuff to study. I think that's probably
Yeah,
like why I like documentaries right now because I'm just like constantly like trying to study, not even trying to,
yeah.
just
You guys
constantly.
created a doc, right? Didn't you guys create a doc for your 1 year anniversary or something?
Oh yeah.
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 You guys did a doc thing.
Yeah,
I
Seth's,
yeah.
but did you guys watch it? No.
no, I watched it. Yeah. I watched it. It
No,
was
I didn't.
James didn't watch it.
Yeah, I need to watch it.
Didn't
Yeah.
even learn about your guest you're having on tonight. Didn't even care. Whatever. No, oh, I like Genius a lot. That was a good one, the Kanye
Oh
one.
yeah. What did you
But
watch the new one?
Yeah,
The In
yeah.
Whose Name doc?
dude, I didn't finish it. I
It's
liked what I saw
sad.
though.
It's
Yeah, it's
sad.
sad. It is.
It's
It's
Yeah,
sadder
I
just
than
mean,
like
Genius.
I think Nico, who's a good friend, did a really good job, like compiling that footage. My favorite Ye documentary is the 500 Days in UCLA or whatever it is, the one on
Oh,
YouTube.
the one where he's staying in the stadium? Is that the one? Or
No,
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 wait.
no, no,
Wait,
no.
which one is it?
This is just on YouTube, but it's like all the iPhone clips. It's the best one. Like here, I'll find
mm,
it.
500 days
I think it's 300 days.
in UCLA. No, it's five. I think it's 500.
Was that
Yeah,
right?
500. Yeah, it's 500.
Watch,
Uh,
that's a 4 hour doc, damn near, bro.
whoa. This is
That shit
well,
is fired. All the iPhone clips of like everything from the Calabasas Pablo era. That's my
uh-huh.
favorite Kanye era. I watch that like documentary specifically whenever I need to get inspired. Like I
Hmm.
watch that over any movie, anything when I want to like uh get the wheels turning in my brain if I ever feel like I hit a wall. I'll put it on,
Yeah.
listen, I'll put it on and put music to it. I love visually how it looks. I love the clothes in it.
That's also Nico. Oh, it's also Nico.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
watch
Okay.
this
Yeah.
one.
It's really,
Yeah.
really, really good. I
I'm
like that.
such a big Kanye fan. I feel like I crazy that
No
I've
one,
never
Yeah. I need to
seen
no
watch
this.
one
it.
talks about this, but it's like
Yeah.
it's really good. I don't know
Yeah.
how approved the footage is and if their team knows, but like I'm glad it exists and I think it paints
Yeah.
such a cool thing. And you've definitely seen clips from it because some stuff does get pulled.
Yeah, wait, is that I feel like
Mhm.
I've seen is there a clip of him like walking over the shoes or something? Is that from
That's
that
an
documentary?
interview,
Yeah. I
but
don't.
that's the same era, same
Okay,
era.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Like I love that. I think that um yeah, you guys should watch that. That's good. But no, the
Yeah.
documentary we made, yeah, Seb's put that together. That was hard to make, you know. That was
Yeah. I need
Yeah,
to
it's a great
watch it.
doc.
Watch
Great.
it.
It was
Yeah. I'll watch it.
yeah,
Hmm.
I
James is yet to
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
watch.
James, shut up, dude. You didn't even see it.
Yeah.
James about to be like, "Oh, it was really good, man. That was
Yeah.
good."
No, it was
Yeah.
great.
I
It
know
was
you were
Absolutely.
great.
debating about I know you were debating about lying about seeing
No.
it.
You
I
should
know.
have just lied.
No,
Lie,
Yeah.
guys, lie. Everyone's doing
I
it.
should have just lied.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
yeah,
making that was a lot on Sebs shoots like everything we do for holiday for the most part. And I mean, even that was like hard to like put together because it's like how like we kept having a conversation of like do we show everything that happened within the first year of the store or do we just show the build out, you know? And like which one's more important and how much do we need
Oh
to
wait,
show?
maybe I did see this. I think I.
It's like there's one we did for Call of Duty that's just focused on like the collab we did for Call of Duty. It
Mhm.
was a little more easy because that was so rushed and we were manic.
Yeah.
Um,
I gotta watch. I only saw the clip of you jumping out of a helicopter.
that's
That's
Oh
it.
in
yeah, I saw that
that's in
one.
the
Okay.
documentary. That's
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
I
Call
saw
of
that.
Duty doc.
Yeah, I saw
Was
that.
that you jumping out of a helicopter?
Yeah, I was. It's so funny. I was literally thinking about that the other day. I wish I wouldn't have like cut because we colored the clip to make it look like it was nighttime.
Hmm.
It was daytime, but yeah, that was me that jumped out. I
Was
totally
it,
jumped.
Yeah,
dude? You got
that's
some ball.
crazy.
That's a real jackass right
Yeah,
I
there.
mean,
Like,
dude,
that's Jackass.
I was so for that collab, I was going probably like visually and like rollout wise and everything, like just at like the highest speed I've ever gone. And like I wasn't sleeping and like no one here was really sleeping. And we were like constantly just going with ideas. And just like I really like I think we all collectively as like a holiday team pushed ourselves to like extremes and throughout that entire rollout just like everything we did, whether it was like replacing the floor, like putting LEDs in, hanging mannequins, like getting the clothes made, shooting campaigns, editing the photos, like seating, getting all this done, that it was like we went so hard because I was just so like cool. Someone that is like, I think they're at 60, like a $6 billion company or some shit like that, Call of Duty, wants to work with
Yeah,
us. That I'm like,
yeah,
you guys are giving us this opportunity to work and like use your name, I'm gonna go to like my fullest potential. And like, not to say I don't always do that, but like that was definitely a moment of me being like, look what I can do, like when we're given the right opportunities. And
yeah,
like, we went hard, and even
yeah,
to tie it to the jumping out of the plane, like I was so in it that I didn't tell anyone I was skydiving. I didn't tell the only person I told was Sebs. And I called him the day like before and I was like, hey, I have an idea. I want to go film something tomorrow. Are you down? You got to meet me at the store at like 8 a.m. and we have to drive like 2 hours out and I'll drive. And he's like, yeah, like I'm like, what do you want to do? And he's like, are we bringing everyone with? I'm like, no, just me and you. And I was like, I'll tell you, in the morning.
yeah,
And he's like, all right, crazy. And like I had barely
yeah,
been sleeping at that point. I was so like focused and just like on go. And he gets to the store and he's like, so what are we doing? I'm like, I'm jumping out of a plane. And he's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, I just want you to document this in film. So we go out and like I get there and bro, I go in the plane and it's just this like I'm the only one in the plane. I really wasn't, I was so kind of just numb to it at that point. Like I wasn't freaking out. I was just so tired, but also so like thinking 10 steps ahead that I'm like, okay, like I'm about to go up in this plane. I hate heights, but like at that point I
Mhm.
was pretty sleep deprived. And I was just
Yeah.
like, word, bro, I'm like up in the plane, we go up and then we just jumped and like I didn't yell. I did
Yeah.
nothing. Like the dude that's like I was attached to like kept tapping me. He's like, "Are you all right?" Yeah, he thought I passed out, and I was like, "No, I'm good." Like I talked like that. Like it wasn't even trying to be like chalant or whatever, nonchalant. Like I was genuinely just like I just felt so like accepting of like I got myself in this position. If the worst thing that happens happens, that's because I allowed myself to get in this position. Cool. And at that point, I was just so removed. It just literally, we just kept looking around like, whoa,
Yeah.
no yelling of the voice, no nothing. Landed. And then as soon as we landed, the dude is like filming on his GoPro, the flight instructor guy. He's like, whoa, how intense was that, bro?
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, like, hold on. And I like took the camera and just like flipped it and started interviewing him because I'm like, anything he's got to say is probably like way more interesting than what I'm feeling
Yeah.
right now. Because I'm just like thinking, all right, I got to get back and we have to do this and that and that and that and that.
Yeah. And then Nick, just to kind of end this off, do you have any advice for any aspiring fashion designers, artists, filmmakers, or just
Don't
anyone
do
out
it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
just
Sorry.
anyone out
Sorry.
there that needs any advice?
Um, hmm. Advice. Advice for anyone that needs advice. Hmm. Advice is such a broad. There's so many things to give advice on. I think that one of the most beautiful and confusing things of the internet right now is the way we have been promoting the idea of you can do everything and you can do everything and anything you want. But I think one fundamental thing that maybe the next generation isn't fully taking into account is focus on the one thing that you want to do and be able to do that and then expand and do everything. It can be really, I think with how fast content moves now and with a lot of buzzwords getting thrown, it's really easy to be overly ambitious. And I think that's a good thing at times, but I also think it's a very important thing to be able to reel back and just focus on what you want to do, whether it is like make a brand, make a album, make a painting, make a wood carving, and just be the best at that thing. And don't worry about anything else. Just be the best at your capabilities at that thing. And then you can start being like, okay, like I got really good at this. So now not only am I like the designer of the brand, but I'm also the photographer of the brand. Like then you can like it's building your staircase up. And I think that right now it's really appealing because there's so many ways you can do everything. Like you can shoot a movie on this, like you can literally do that. And if that's what your calling is to do, then do it. But I think the main step is always finding your passion. And like I guess it is you gotta try it all to make it. But once you find that thing that your heart calls you to do, just be really good at that and just make sure everyone knows that is your thing. So then when you do expand and you're like, not only do I direct movies, but I also make comic books, then it's like the uppercut and it's a combo hit versus like too much information getting thrown at someone that you need to believe in you to help fund an idea or support an idea. I think that that would be my main advice is just really focus on what you want and let it naturally build and naturally get you an audience. And don't even worry about an audience because your art and everything you make is your expression and your mark on the world. And that's it. Like they'll naturally come. And if it doesn't, like it will. And the only way it won't is if you stop. I think that would be my advice. So just yeah, it's really just focus on what you're good at and what you want to do, and don't let anything stop you from that. And don't even let yourself distract you from it and be like, well, I can do this and that, and I'm trying to do this and this and this. And it's like, dude, the one. Like we have so many cool people to look up to and so many cool stories to blueprints to see, whether it is a Tyler or a Spike or a Virgil, where it's like they did a million things, but there was always the one entry point for all of them. And we really need to study these blueprints when you're looking at these people for inspiration is like, okay, like they were in this and then they knew in the back of their head they were gonna do that and then they did that. But they got their name in the race by the one thing because they became the best at it to their capabilities. That would be my
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Nick.
That was
Yeah, yeah.
great.
And thank you so much for being
Yeah.
our guardian
Yeah,
too. It
thank you
means
so much.
it means so much to us that you are our guard our parental
Yeah.
guardian, helping us get into more R-rated movies. Yeah, thank you so much, Nick.
Thank you so much.
Dude, thank you guys. I'm so honored to be able to be on this podcast with you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah,